Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your daily forecast for the day of Thursday, November 9th, 2017. Now, what's going on today is that we have the moon actually right here, the very end degrees of Cancer, even though the chart has the moon at the beginning of Leo. All right, still bringing our attention to the early morning before 6 a.m. All right, to our feelings, to what's going on inside us, to what just emotionally is going on, and how we can feel more comfortable and more stable and more secure in ourselves and who it is we are, okay? We're still dealing with the Chiron over here, and Uranus, with the moon making both a trine to Chiron and a square to Uranus at the end of yesterday and into early this morning. So some old things and old feelings perhaps coming up with Chiron in Pisces, bringing up some things from the past that perhaps were uncomfortable, or just some feelings on the inside of us not feeling quite right about who we are, about what's going on with us, about just what we're feeling, and everything about that, I think, as well, coming up again, making it really hard for us to feel as comfortable or as safe or secure emotionally as it is that we want to feel. The square to Uranus also making it so we want to push past our things, all of these things that have been holding us back from the past or inside that's making us feel uncomfortable, but maybe having problems breaking free, okay, to overcome some hard things to move forward. And with the square here, really needing to put in the effort, okay, to overcome some things from the past and overcome some things in that side that are making you feel uncomfortable, so that you can begin to build something moving forward and find more of that emotional stability and balance that it is that you're looking for, okay? So that was going on yesterday and into the morning. Then at 6 a.m., the moon here moves into Leo, where it is in this chart, 6 a.m. Mountain Time, and it makes the energy a little bit lighter. Leo's very passionate and happy. Leo naturally rules the 5th house of happiness, of joy, of passion projects, of romantic relationships, and of hobbies. So when the moon's in Leo, you want to have fun and lighten up a little bit and do something that it is that you enjoy, ideally after taking care of all of the emotional stuff that Cancer, the moon being in Cancer, wanted you to take care of. Okay, so I think that's what is coming up here for most of the day, since the moon is going to move in there pretty early, where we just want to be happy and enjoy life once again after dealing with some of this heavy stuff, okay? So I think that's what's going on. The moon here in Leo, though, is going to make a square to both Venus and Jupiter throughout the day tomorrow in Scorpio. So as we want to lighten up and be happy and have fun, okay, after all of this stuff has been dragging us down about our life and about where our life is going, this square here is saying, whoa, there's still some emotional stuff you have to make sense of. Still some inner transformation, like I talked about yesterday, going on inside you that's preventing you from being as happy and lighthearted and having as much fun as you want to have, okay? We're still getting deep. We're still trying to figure out some things emotionally, and we're still needing to go there. That could be a little bit disturbing here as we're trying to be joyful and just, you know, let go and lighten up a little bit. I think we're still being tugged deeply inside to dealing with some emotional stuff that's going on, to understanding our life and who we are and understanding our relationships, that's preventing us maybe from being as happy as we want to be. I do think, though, that this struggle here, trying to figure some of this stuff out and trying to find the joy after things being a little rough, is going to help you here where Mercury is, with the moon making a trine to Mercury in Sagittarius, to think about something new and something different, what it is that you need to do new or differently, okay, to be happier and to find the joy again while you have all these deep feelings going on. I don't think the deep feelings are going to go away, especially with all these planets in Scorpio for a while, but you can at least think about, especially at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, when this comes in with Mercury, what you can do differently or better perhaps to live with these deep feelings that it is that you're having, okay, and to be able to deal with them better. And I think that's what we're trying to figure out, of course, because Mercury rules the mind. So this tension is going to help us to think about what we can do better and we can do differently, and how we can make the changes here to do something that it is that we need to do. So I think there is a big chance to do that today. You do have to keep in mind that all of these Scorpio planets are eventually going to move here, except for Jupiter is eventually going to move here into Sagittarius in the next month, where there's going to be a major new moon very close to Saturn in December, so in the middle of December. So I think what we're trying to think about now with the Mercury Sagittarius trine coming into the moon is, okay, we've got all these deep feelings, we've got all of this inner transformation, the stuff that's happening on the inside of us, but how can we get on board with where our new life is going? How can we commit more wholeheartedly to doing something new that is better for us? And how can we make that transition from the past 2.5 years of our life while Saturn was in Sagittarius to new phases of our life here, where we commit to doing these new things that Saturn and Sagittarius brought up, and where we begin to build on them when Saturn moves into Capricorn, okay? Because Capricorn likes to build things and increase your social standing. And I think what we're trying to do now is we're trying to pick our journey, choose your adventure, okay? And which direction you want to go on to build on for the next 2.5 years when Saturn moves into Capricorn. And I think we're trying to get right with it emotionally and trying to figure out, okay, how can I get on board with this thing that has come to me that I need to do that's new and different, okay? So that I can understand it, I can be at peace with it, and I can really move forward on it. And what little changes maybe do I need to make now to tweak to fit all of the last minute stuff in, okay, before we really have to commit to something when Saturn moves into Capricorn in December, and when we have less freedom here to move, because Sagittarius is a mutable sign and likes to change and can do a lot of things, but Capricorn is not a mutable sign, so it's going to be a lot harder for you to make some of the changes and the things that you need to make per se, or to try as many new things when Saturn moves into Capricorn. So I think that's what a lot of we're thinking about today, really going forward on some new journey that it is that we have to do while we have maybe some uncomfortable feelings that are going on, and trying to work out mentally what is happening inside us, okay, so that we can begin to move forward just feeling better and feeling more positive about all of it going on, okay? So that's what's happening there. While that's going on, we also do have the moon here in a sextile with Mars as well towards the end of the day. I want to say around 5-6 p.m. Mountain Time. I don't have the exact time written in my notes, but that's going to happen there. Okay, so this thought about something new that we're doing as we're trying to process emotionally and get to the bottom of some of our emotions is also going to help us work better with people and have better relationships and understand our relationships better, and to make the right judgments about our life that aren't as harsh anymore, okay? So I think there's going to be a good opportunity, especially at the nighttime, to have some really good conversations with people about things, about your life, about what's going on, about what's bothering you on the inside, and about how you can overcome some stuff on the inside to move forward, doing something new, to find the joy and the passion once again in your life, even if things are feeling uncomfortable internally, okay? So I think that's what's going on today. I think perhaps the day started out a little rough, especially with some leftover stuff from yesterday, and I think it could be hard bits in between because we still are heavy. We have emotional heavy stuff going on as we're trying to feel happy that we still need to deal with, but I think today is going to be a much better day to talk to people, to process things, and to understand what new stuff it is that we need to do and where it is that things are going, okay? So I think that's what's going on there. We are going to have the moon and Mars here also both in a yod with Neptune here for a little bit of the day. Sorry, I know my chart's getting more messy, and I know some of you don't like that, but I know we're also going to have a yod going on with Neptune as the moon moves throughout the day, which only lasts for a little while here because the moon moves pretty fast, but also really saying as you're having some of these conversations with people about some big changes and some big transformation that's going on in your life, don't ignore like your spiritual promptings, don't ignore your intuition, don't forget to let yourself be creative and explore your options, and don't be so judgmental in the process, and to really make sure that you focus on some of those things inside you that you're feeling that maybe aren't super tangible, okay? It's not just getting deep and thinking about all these changes that are going on in your life and how you can do something new, but how you can do all of it in a very holistic way and feel better and more comfortable with your life, you know, as it's moving forward. And I think there's a really good opportunity for all of that to happen, okay? What else? The other stuff going on in the background here, we do have, again, the Jupiter-Venus conjunction in Scorpio, which could be hard with relationships because Venus doesn't like Scorpio, but I actually think is going to be good here with going to be conjunct Jupiter, where some of these deep conversations that we're having with other people, even if they are uncomfortable, even if they are not feeling great, even if they're bringing up some hard stuff, I really do think are going to help us to do what we need to do to understand our life better, to get more of those insights, and to just uncover some things about ourselves that we we've been missing, that have been lost, that we need to find now. Okay, so I think that's what's going to happen there. The sun also in Scorpio, in a square with the nodes. Okay, so really needing to focus on what's going on inside us, on our inner transformation, to not forget about that stuff. And the sun in a sextile to Pluto here, saying if we can focus on ourselves, on what's going on inside us, on uncovering these deep things with other people, recovering what's lost, finding what's lost, it's really going to help us here where Pluto is, to move up in the world, to do what we need to do, to move our lives in the right direction, and to be seen the way we want to be seen, have the reputation that it is that we really want. Okay, Saturn as well here, still in the square to Chiron, though coming off of it, and the trine to Uranus too. Still feeling a little bit uncomfortable about some commitments that we're making, about some new thing that I keep talking about that we're going to have to do and commit to by the end of this year, in another month or so. Still feeling uncomfortable about it, but I think some of those uncomfortable feelings are very slowly starting to pass here. And with the trine to Uranus, we're starting to find the freedom once again, find more of the insights moving forward. And I think it's a slow process here as we're starting to uncover things and starting to understand better what is going on. But I think there are some opportunities coming to, if you allow yourself to feel emotionally, feel deep, and to not get so upset or depressed by what is going on, and realizing it's just temporary and it will pass. I think there are some opportunities, if you understand that, to really work some big issues out, okay, and to make some big moves in your life that you really want to make, and commit to something that is much better for you. Okay, so that's what I have there. Your card for the day is the Chariot upright. This is a great card. This is a card of driving your life, directing your life in the right direction. Okay, sometimes we have a lot of things going on in a lot of different places of our life, and I think with this card it's saying you need to bring it all together and you know, bring your horses in so that you can move in the direction that it is that you want to move in. And I think that's what's happening today, or if it's not happening, it's what you need to focus on. This to me does make a lot of sense with all of these planets moving from Scorpio into Sagittarius eventually, is that we're trying to get all of our horses in the right place so that we can move forward on this Sagittarius Saturn journey that we've been going on and trying to figure out the past 2.5 years. And I think now we're trying to make sure that we're not at war with ourselves or at war with other people, that we're at peace with what's going on, so that we can really commit to this thing that has come to us in the past 2 years. And I think if we can do that, and if we can understand that, and if we can get ourselves on board with it, it's going to be a good day and a lot easier for us as we continue moving into new directions. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.